Object for you. You've actually seen evidence of this finished object already on my channel, but the first time I showed this FO, it was a gift that someone knit for me, and now this time I've knit it for myself. So it's the Pom Pom party slippers. This pattern is by the Wooliers, and in case you're not, I feel like this pom-pom is really crooked. Shoot. In case you didn't see the original video, let me catch you up. Back in 2017, there was a few knitting events that we attended together in which it was shoes off events. And so they decided to, instead of just take their shoes off and wear their socks, they decided to knit themselves some pom-pom party slippers. They were so well received that they decided to write up the pattern, and they actually gifted me my own pair. Now they didn't know my size, they just guessed at it, and even though I do wear them a lot, they are a little bit on the big side. So I decided I wanted to make a second pair for myself. Now let's just talk about something else for 1 second. Plucky Knitter recently had their Stitches West event where they were selling all the yarn, and in conjunction with that, they were selling like one-hit wonders is what they called it, and so you got to purchase yarn and you had no idea what you were going to get. Because of this surprise factor, I knew that I wanted to purchase with specific projects in mind, and one was the Pom Pom party slippers. So I knew I needed bulky yarn. I wasn't sure how much yardage I needed, so when the yarn showed up, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought this is definitely a party. And I'll show you, let's see, this is sort of a close-up. I'll put a picture of the actual skein here too. I received this in the bulky and a pink color in the Aran weight. And I was really hoping for some more speckles for the Aran weight so I could make a pull the wool over hat mixed with some mohair. So I'm not sure this pink is going to work for a hat, but that's okay. It was still like the perfect yarn for me, and they were only $10 a skein. So I was very grateful that I had the Plucky app on my phone, and I got a push notification about it, and I just thought, you know, it's $20 for 2 skeins of yarn. Normally this yarn is $25, $35, you know, on up, depending on what the content is. I'm just gonna risk it. Let me tell you about the yarn I got. It's called Snug. It's 110 yards. It's 70-20-10 merino, cashmere, royal alpaca. That combination could not be more up my alley, and the color is one hit wonder. So I don't know if that means it's just like a mistake or if it was a one-off or like a non-repeatable color, but my understanding is that one hit wonder means you don't really necessarily know what you're buying. So I was very pleasantly surprised. Now, the pattern calls for more like 160 yards, so I thought, I'm guessing that amount is referring to the Pom Pom as well. So what I did was I took my hank and I balled it up and divided it evenly so that I knew once I run out, and I'll run out in the same spot on both slippers, because one of my ideas was, let's say I run out around here, I can switch to a solid color bulky or a different bulky and then have the toes be different, like a little accent. And I was specifically thinking maybe this green, because I have a lot of this green left over, this green might be fun for that. Thankfully, I was able to knit the entire slipper and have some extra for the pom-pom, but not quite enough for a full pom-pom, which is when I really mixed in some solid yellows and greens and pinks that I had in my stash. And I could not be more pleased with how they turned out. A note on the pattern itself: there are some size guidelines, and I cast on for the, I think, medium large, because I'm a size 9 shoe, which meant there was just a little more on the top here. Like the smaller size you go just like a little bit less right here. I think it would have been fine either way as far as like this depth is concerned. And then what I did was I just tried it on as I went, and I ended up just knitting to 7.5 before the decreases, so I don't believe that was a size 9. it was definitely going to provide me with a little bit of negative ease. I could go for even a little bit more negative ease, I think, but they do stay on and they serve a purpose. This plucky bulky is so squishy and soft and lovely, and yet it still feels durable enough to be a slipper. It's not like crazy soft, like it's not going to hold its shape like alpaca often does. It's just the right amount of cashmere and alpaca, and it's kind of luxurious to put on your feet. So I just wanted to let you know that I have finally knit my own Pom Pom party slippers. I plan on putting these to good use on some of my knitting travels coming up. And it just took me an afternoon. I received the yarn midday, I cast them on in the afternoon. I was able to finish one whole slipper before I made dinner, and then I finished the second one after dinner and put those pom-poms on, and they were done. So it's a fast project. They're knit on size, I think it was a 10 that I used, and I could not be happier with this. I plan on making more for my loved ones. This is a lot faster than socks, and I think it actually has a little more impact, you know, and less pressure, because if the sock doesn't fit exactly, someone's not going to wear it. Maybe people feel overwhelmed by the fact that they have to figure out how to care for their hand knit woolens. But the Pom Pom party slipper, it's like low stakes, because people can wear it in the privacy of their own home. They know you knit it for them, and it's a wonderful way to use some of those bulky skeins that we collect because we just have to have it, but then we're like, uh-oh, what am I going to do with it? So that's my review of Pom Pom Party Slippers by the Wooliers. Go get your pattern today. It's $4 on Ravelry. I will put a link down below. And good luck getting some plucky yarn. It is a little bit of a science, but you can do it. Thanks for checking into Kristy Glass Knits. Bye.